information. Thank you very much. We have got Karl Cameron, and he does a little bit, him and I are doing a lot of similar things.
A lot of similar, yeah.
Thank you, Karl, for speaking up. All right.
Well, first I want to acknowledge Dan for putting this together. I really appreciate having this group here. You know, for me, to have other people here to talk with that believe in what I'm doing and what you're doing. You know, I have a lot of friends that I talk to about real estate, and they think I'm out of my mind.
Right.
What are you doing? I'm buying real estate back east. Right now I'm specializing in Chattanooga area, which for me is a good, my whole game is really return on investment. I want the cash coming in every month so that I can retire, basically. I started about, I think pretty seriously about 6-7 years ago. I've been a contractor for 20 years. I own a company here in town. I've been here for about 20 years now. I design and sell home theater, whole house automation systems. A lot of high-end clients. I do anywhere from $20,000 up to $1 million home theaters. I've done stuff for Oliver's Town, Farley's, and lots of actors and that kind of thing. In fact, right now I'm working on a house in Beverly Hills. It's about 26,000 square feet. Huge house. I mean, this would be the sitting room, you know, for the master bathroom. And I'll tell you a little bit about it because it's kind of an interesting thing. I just started on this job, and 2 guys own it. They're maybe 28 or 30, something like that. And I think they have an option on from a bank. I think that's their deal. They're Koreans. And so they've got this house. It's almost finished. They've been working on it for 4 years. Still a few like minor floor things to finish. And I'm wondering, how are they going to make money on this? I don't think they are. I think they're going to lose their shirts. Or they're going to lose their option or something. They just, you know, the kind of questions that they're asking, they don't really seem to know what they've got themselves into. They've hired me to come in and basically get their air conditioning working. They have touch screens to turn all the systems on. They don't have a clue how to even get the lights working. I mean, even in the library, there are little air conditioning vents. They're about this big for a room that's maybe 1,000 square feet. So they came in, I mean, ornate woodwork, you know, just odd kind of stuff. So the reason I'm telling you this is there's stuff like that in Santa Barbara too. I've seen it many, many times where people come in and put a ton of money into a project and it doesn't really work because they're basically commercial buildings. So you kind of want to know what you're doing. So the tie-in is this group of people that's here, this group has a lot of built-in knowledge. I've made many, many mistakes in the investments that I've done. I've learned from each one, but I wish I had a group like this to kind of draw on and learn from. So take what you can from anybody you can talk to.
Do you have a website location for the audio stuff that you do as well?
I do have an audio site. It's camerasystems.net.
Okay.
It's just kind of a static page. All my work pretty much comes word of mouth.
Okay, so maybe you might want me to link that up on the blog site or something because that,
we can put that up.
That's a service.
Blog for the real estate part of it.
Okay.
For the last 6 years, what I've been doing is buying real estate in upstate New York. I specialize typically in an area. So what I do is I go in and buy cheap houses. They're like $15,000, $20,000 houses. Go in and put 10 into them and then turn around and rent them out. Their rents average from about $600 up to about $800, $850, something like that. So it's good cash flow every month. And I can attest, you know, the first and last of the month is a great time. Get that check, and it's like it's great.
How do you work your partnerships?
I'll get into that. So, you know, I've done this where we've now built up, I think, about 18 properties, multiple rentals, and some of them commercial properties. I've done it all with my own cash to that point. But about 3 years ago, I could see the writing on the wall. I was like, I'm going to run out of cash, and you know, I'm not going to get any more cash. So I started talking with all of my clients, and I said, what do you guys do to make money? I said, well, partnerships. You know, we run other things. We pool with money. We buy, you know, strip malls and all these kinds of things. So I couldn't really figure out how to get in that, and actually partnered with a real estate agent here in town who has a lot of connections. And so I've been putting partnerships together for that. So now I'm going to Chattanooga where there's a lot of opportunity there. The houses are very inexpensive. There's good Section 8. There's good cash flow there. give you an idea. Some of the houses are 25,000, we put maybe 10 into them. But with Section 8, you can get $850 to $900 a month. So you get about 30-35% return on cash, which is pretty good. And I'm investing in 7 to 8 year time frames. Buy these properties, get the cash flow, and then flip them at that point. Pull the cash back out and buy into more. Yeah.
In the time frame of 7 to 8 years, what are you expecting the appreciation to reach on properties?
Not dramatic. Really, when I analyze a project, I really look strictly at the cash flows. So the equity is just going to be a bonus at the end, essentially. I'm looking at where we can pull a little bit of cash and maybe invest that in the next project and carry that forward with the group.
Right.
And putting groups of properties together in those investments. It allows a lot of people to come in, put some cash in, not have to worry about management or renovation as we go and do all that kind of stuff and get them to the level where it's going to be comfortable for people living there. So it takes care of all those kind of repair problems.
And I'd say, you know, from doing this, that if he's getting them at $20,000 or whatever, and he sells them to a retail home buyer, not an investor, there could possibly be $40,000 profit in there to either have or split.
Yeah. I've got a bunch of bird dogs in Chattanooga. And, I mean, there's so many deals. I mean, I get just emails every day. It's really hard to even keep up.
Right.
When you get into VW, has just built a brand new plant there that opened in March, I think it was. It was $1.5 billion plant. And so there are houses that are in the $50,000 to $80,000 range that have been damaged. There was a tornado that was there just in May. And so it's created maybe 400 homes that have huge opportunities for buying and fixing up. The higher end homes in that market are $150,000, $200,000. And if you buy way up on the ridge, oh my God, you could spend like $400,000 or $500,000. You know? So what I worked on is living here is very difficult because this mindset of like, God, a home should be $1 million or $800,000, and you're looking at these houses that are $20,000, $30,000. It's a complete mind shift, and you have to really just work on what your belief is and just strictly look at the numbers and say what really makes sense. You know, the writing on the wall for me was how am I going to not have to go to work every day to take every project that comes down the road, but really be able to retire and go hang out for 3 months on the beach. And I really only know 3 people in my life that are good friends of mine that are doing that, and they own 30 properties here in Santa Barbara, or they own stuff in Massachusetts or Connecticut, and they're doing that. And so I have them as my mentor. So I think that was said, somebody said that, get a mentor and talk with them. Yeah. And they really will tell you, you know, this is what you want to do, don't do this, you know, that kind of stuff. I've gone to Dave Delato classes, I've gone to Carlton Sheets, if you remember that guy. Yeah. And one of the things that he said, which I thought was really good, was get a team together of people that you can work with. Because you as an individual, you can only do so much, but having a group of people to work with is very powerful. And go to some trainings, you know, even if you spend $300 or $500 on one of those seminars, I think it builds your belief that you're going to do this thing. I mean, I sat on the sidelines for 20 years thinking about it until I finally said, I'm going to go and do this thing. And I'll tell a story. The first house we bought was on eBay. Don't want to do that. I was looking around. That's crazy. And said, I started looking. I looked in Kentucky. I looked in Indiana. And I think we bid on some place in like Kentucky for like $10,000. We didn't get it. Damn. So I ended up, I found one in upstate New York, and that's where we started. You know. And it was kind of like it was a $10,000 gamble. Either, you know, we're going to lose all the money or it's going to work out. And I still have that first house today. You know, I paid the taxes, and I think I put about $30,000 into it, which is probably $15,000 more than I should have. But it's been rented the whole time, and it's just, you know, great.
Can I just ask? So even though you have it in Chattanooga and New York, you have team members in those places that are managing your investments.
Yeah. Well, let me give you some numbers that don't blow your minds. My Finnish carpenter who's got 25 years of experience, they pay him $12.50 an hour.
Wow.
And he's really happy to have work. Because people are just desperate for work, you know. And, you know, so I tip him, I'll give him $15 or $16 an hour when they're really jamming. So So it's like you have to kind of get your mind out of, we're here at Santa Barbara, it's different in these other areas of the country.
So 1250 is now, but in '06, what was it like?
I started with Carpenters in New York, $10 an hour. Yeah, and in upstate New York, people go hunting for deer because that's the only way they get their meat for the year.
Yeah.
And people live on $6,000, $7,000 a year. So they're really, I come into town, oh yeah, I got hire you for 40, 50 hours a week early. And it really is helping them, and I'm giving, properties for people to live in and that kind of thing.
What's the difference in the investment upstate New York? You have snow loads, you have heating.
Well, yeah, that was one of the mistakes that I sort of made. I really love the area. I'm up in the Lake Placid area, which is far, far north. I mean, minus 15, minus 20 degree weather up there. They get 8, 10 feet of snow. 2 years ago, when oil went to $4 a gallon, because everybody heats their house with oil. There's no gas. I had a 3-story apartment building. I was paying through the roof for oil. I ended up putting in a pellet boiler in and beat the heating costs that way. But that was one of the reasons I went to the south. I had time in Tennessee. I fly hang gliders, and there's great fun, so that was a benefit for me. But you don't have to deal with heating. There's no air conditioning. Some places have what are called heat pumps. They're kind of these AC units that sit on the ground, and they take the difference in the temperature of the air and the humidity, and they'll cool the house off with that. But the costs are much lower in the southeast than they are in the far northeast. So that was one of the incentives for going there.
You said you sell the properties like 8 years or so down the road. Do you do lease options with people?
We're starting to look at that, because the return, if you take a house and you actually mortgage it to the renter and get them to put $5,000 or $8,000 down or get a bunch of money back, and you bump up your return pretty well. Yeah. And that is something that we're starting to really look at and decide maybe that's the way to go. Haven't done one yet, but definitely thinking along that line. Yeah.
So if you did the lease option and they exercise the option, would you be the lender then?
Yeah, you become the lender. You can get 8% return on cash doing that. In New York, what you do is you actually just hold the note. You don't even file it with the court. You can just hold it. They call it a land contract there. It's legal there. Unfortunately, what I found, bad for them, good for you, is a lot of the people don't follow through. Is they get maybe 2 years into it, something happens. They stop making payments, you end up kicking them out of the house. If you don't file that paperwork with the courthouse, it's very easy to, it's just a basic eviction, basically. And I don't like that part of it too much. That was one of the reasons I pursued that too much. But I'm looking more at that because I'm getting a lot of renters now that have lost their house to foreclosure. Their credit's shot. They're pretty solid people. They're capable people that they can go out and get decent jobs. The whole market is changing. I mean, everything we're going through, everybody else is going through that same thing. Yeah,
How long has the VW plant been working in San Antonio?
I think it opened in March.
Okay, so that's a smart move to buy there.
It's a
because
great
the plant-
market. I just spent about a month there, and I hadn't been there in 10 years. Downtown is completely transformed. There's all these lofts that have gone in, lots of art centers. There's real culture there. There's a section that's almost like Montecito with these kind of open bars, and you hear this great music on Monday nights. There's a big university there. The Koch family is there. They built a huge aquarium there with a tropical rainforest on the top. So it's kind of a tourist destination too. They have these caves that go in about 10 miles, and they're hiking in them. So it's got a nice mix there. It's still the South, but there's real culture there. So that part's appealing. Because I'm going and spending time there. So
I'm sorry, I missed who you were talking about.
Chattanooga.
Do you have a website for your real estate investment?
I don't, but I'm thinking of maybe doing a blog and putting some of this on there. I'm not trying to do like a million. It's kind of like Dan saying, you get to so many properties. I'm about halfway there right now, so I don't have too much already invested in real estate, made a lot of money. They know other people that are interested, and it just comes from word of mouth. Real estate agents are good.
So it is a 50-50 split? Someone comes in with money?
I've been doing 40-60, yeah.
Okay, so someone comes in with the money, and you do all the management, the
I do all,
carpenters?
yeah, I get it right, I do all the renovations, all the management.
Thank you.
So I love to talk about real estate, so I can talk
All right,
about it.
Karl.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.